In the context of gold production in Burkina, for a long time it was said that we were not a gold-producing country, but for some time now, gold has become the #1 export product.
Good evening, Africa. Good evening, world. Tonight, we stand at the edge of a new dawn, one that will be remembered for centuries, not merely decades. What happened today in the heart of Burkina Faso is not just a national achievement. It is a seismic shift in the very power dynamics of the global economy. Picture this: the sun blazing over the red earth of Ouagadougou, thousands gathered in anticipation, their eyes fixed on a single podium draped in the Pan-African colors. Cameras from across the globe pointed to one man, Captain Ibrahim. His presence was magnetic, his words poised to carve a chapter into the book of history. But this time, he wasn't here to speak about war, sanctions, or resistance. He was here to reveal something so symbolic, so revolutionary, that it sent shockwaves from Paris to Beijing, from Washington to Johannesburg. From a velvet-lined case, gleaming under the sunlight, he lifted a bar of gold. But not just any gold, this was the first gold bar completely mined, refined, and cast on soil by hands. No foreign refineries, no secret contracts, no colonial middlemen draining the lifeblood of the nation. For the first time in modern African history, a leader stood before his people holding not just a mineral, but a declaration of economic independence. The air was electric. Old miners who had worked their whole lives under exploitative contracts wiped away tears. Young students, fists in the air, chanted, "Africa owns her gold." Across the continent, radios crackled with the news, social media feeds lit up with jubilant messages, and in quiet boardrooms in the West, the mood turned cold and tense. Because this was more than gold, it was defiance cast in metal, a message to the world that Africa's resources would no longer be stolen in broad daylight. Wasn't just unveiling a product. He was unveiling a future where Africa keeps what is hers, and make no mistake, this move is dangerous. It challenges centuries-old systems, billion-dollar cartels, and the invisible chains of financial slavery. The ripples from today's unveiling will travel far. Markets will shake, foreign embassies will whisper, and somewhere tonight, powerful men in suits will stare at this news and realize the old game is over. Tonight, we will take you inside that moment. We will bring you the voices from the crowd, the reactions from world capitals, the economic implications, and the quiet but unmistakable fear now gripping those who have long profited from Africa's gold. Because today, Burkina Faso did not just produce gold. It produced a weapon of economic liberation, and Captain has just loaded it.
Welcome to Talk of Africa 360, your source for insightful news, analysis, and thoughtful commentary. If you value informed perspectives and fact-based reporting, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss an update. Disclaimer: the content on this channel is based on reliable public sources and credible online information. It is intended strictly for educational and analytical purposes. We do not promote or endorse political violence, hate speech, or any form of discrimination. Our goal is to inform, not to inflame. Thanks for being here. Let's stay informed together.
Brothers and sisters of Burkina Faso, sons and daughters of Africa, children of the same soil, whose roots dig deep into the red earth of our ancestors, today, I stand before you not merely as your president, not simply as your brother, but as a man who has witnessed the plunder of our motherland and sworn an oath before God and the spirits of our forefathers to restore her dignity. Today is not just another day in our history. Today is a day that will echo for centuries. Today, in the heart of Burkina Faso, we have birthed something monumental, the first gold bar fully produced, refined, stamped, and owned by the people of this land. No foreign hand has touched it. No outsider has claimed it. No shadowy corporation has siphoned it away under the disguise of development aid or investment. For the first time in our nation's history, the gold that comes from beneath our feet will stay in our hands. For too long, Africa has been the land of wealth without wealthy people, the richest soil in the world, yet the poorest farmers, the most valuable minerals in the earth, yet the hungriest children above it. For decades, gold has left our shores in secret crates in hidden convoys, escorted under the dark veil of night, carried by planes we do not own, guarded by men who do not speak our languages, destined for vaults we will never see. They take our birthright, melt it, stamp it with their insignias, and sell it back to us in coins and jewelry we cannot afford. But today, that chain is broken. I have stood in those mining sites. I have felt the heat of the furnaces and the exhaustion of the workers. I have seen how the very hands that pull gold from the ground are left with nothing but calluses and scars. I have watched corporations sign contracts in polished conference rooms while the miners' families live in shacks with no water. I have seen how foreign nations come with their suits, their briefcases, and their lawyers, telling us how partnership works, when in truth, their partnership means they own everything and we own nothing. Those days are over. We have built, with our own engineers, our own metallurgists, our own visionaries, the first fully functional gold refinery in Burkina Faso. The gold that will pass through its gates will be Burkinabe gold, processed by Burkinabe hands, certified by Burkinabe authorities, and stored in Burkinabe vaults. This gold will not be smuggled out to Paris or London or Dubai in the middle of the night. It will be kept here for our people, our children, our future. Some may ask, Captain Traore, why is this such a big deal? It is just a gold bar. But let me tell you, this is not just a piece of metal. This is the symbol of our economic freedom. This is the proof that we can break away from centuries of exploitation. This is the proof that Africa does not need to be a supplier of raw materials to others. We can refine, we can manufacture, we can create value here at home. When we control our gold, we control our destiny. Do you know why colonial powers fought so hard to keep us dependent? Because they understood a simple truth. Whoever controls the gold controls the future. And for too long, we let them hold that power. We allowed our resources to become their weapons against us. We mined for them, refined for them, enriched them while impoverishing ourselves. And every time we asked for fair terms, they told us it was impossible without their expertise. Well, my brothers and sisters, today we have proven them wrong. Let me tell you the truth. The moment we announced this refinery project, the world powers became nervous. I received calls. I received threats. They sent delegations with fake smiles and poisonous offers. Mr. President, they said, why don't you let our companies handle the refining? It's too risky to do it yourselves. Risky? Risky for whom? Risky for their pockets, yes. Risky for their monopoly, yes. But for us, it is liberation. The gold that lies in our soil belongs first to the people of Burkina Faso. Before it goes anywhere else, it must serve our farmers, our teachers, our soldiers, our hospitals, our roads, our industries. That is what sovereignty means, not waving a flag while someone else writes our economic future, but controlling every grain of wealth that our land produces. I want the whole world to hear this. Burkina Faso will no longer export unrefined gold. Not 1 gram, not 1 ounce, not 1 bar will leave our country without being processed by our own people. And we will not sell in desperation. We will sell on our terms, when it benefits us, and we will keep enough to secure our own economy first. Our gold will build schools. Our gold will pay doctors. Our gold will feed our children. Our gold will power factories. And our gold will fund the defense of our nation. So no foreign army, no mercenary, no puppet leader can ever come here to dictate our future again. To my fellow African nations, I say this, take note. We cannot talk about independence if our resources are still in foreign hands. We cannot talk about dignity if we still beg for loans while our wealth fuels foreign banks. The day we all refine our minerals at home, the day we all set our own prices, the day we all decide how and when to sell, that is the day Africa will rise. And to those in the West who are watching this speech, let me be clear, we are not your enemies, but we will no longer be your slaves. We will trade with respect, we will engage with fairness, but the era of extraction without consequence is over. You may have been used to a Burkina Faso that bows its head. That Burkina Faso is gone. I know this will not be easy. I know the retaliation will come, economic sabotage, political pressure, media campaigns to paint us as radicals, dictators, destabilizers. They will say we are closing ourselves off from the world, when in truth, we are opening ourselves up to a world where we are equal partners. They will try to bribe our officials, infiltrate our institutions, and spread lies among our people. But we are ready. We have learned from history, and we will not let it repeat itself. This gold bar I hold today is more than a medal. It is a mirror reflecting back to us who we truly are, a people capable of shaping our own future. It is a declaration, louder than any speech, that we will no longer accept crumbs when we bake the bread. It is a promise to every child in Burkina Faso that they will inherit a country that is theirs in every sense of the word. Africa, The time has come. Let us rise. Let us take back not just our land, but our power. Let us forge not just gold bars, but a new destiny. And when the world asks how we did it, we will tell them, with courage, with unity, with faith, and with the unbreakable belief that Africa belongs to Africans. Burkina Faso, this is our moment. This is our gold. This is our future. And we will protect it with everything we have.
As reactions continue to pour in from across the continent, one thing is clear. Africa is demanding respect, sovereignty, and accountability. Was this just a diplomatic misstep or a deeper sign of shifting global alliances? We'll be watching closely. If you found this story important, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more real, unfiltered African news. This is Talk of Africa 360, telling the stories that matter.